Manus AI costs $39 a month, but GenSpark launched super agents that you can try for free. It's even beating Manus on the Gaia benchmark. So I'll show you how to use it for free so you don't need to spend thousands to access Manus. I'm gonna show you the launch video that they did, pretty impressive. I'm gonna show you the platform. I'm gonna test it on one of my prompts. And then we can compare Manus AI, that I took the exact same prompt that took like 7 minutes to get the answer, compare it with GenSpark, and we can both come to a conclusion whether this is better or worse. So let's begin with what it actually is. Well, when we go to the GenSpark AI website that you can access right now, one of the more interesting things when I clicked on all agents is that GenSpark has a super agent. It has a agentic deep research, but it also has a call for me, where the popular tasks are book a table at this venue for next Wednesday's birthday celebration, and it can actually call for you. More notably, it has 8 large language models that can use over 80 tools to make sure that the tasks get done. I'm going to show you an output that I got from it in a minute, but before that, let's jump into the actual launch video, the Meet GenSpark Super Agent video.
Hey, I'm Eric from GenSpark AI. Today, I'm very excited to introduce the new GenSpark Super Agent, a fast and reliable general AI agent that can do everyday tasks for you. Let's see GenSpark Super Agent in action. I asked Super Agent to plan a 5-day trip to San Diego in mid-April. It starts by using the travel tool to access our travel datasets. It then uses the deep research tool to find public transportation options. Next, it decides to use the map tool to calculate distances between attractions. Here's the final itinerary, done in minutes. It accommodates all my special requests about public transportation, walking distances, and restaurant preferences. Now,
one notable thing here is to look at the output and how it's formatted. This is similar to what I got as well, where they actually have these blocks in a sense where it actually inputs the information and shows the output to you. So you see that it's actually very user-friendly in the sense of, hey, this is an actual review from one of these restaurants, and you can even see the map and the overview all in one page, which makes it very user-friendly.
And restaurant preferences. Now, I want the AI to book all the restaurants on this trip for me. Super Agent offers this call for me tool where the AI actually calls the restaurant with a human voice.
Please press 1.
Hi, Jillian. I'd like to make a dinner reservation.
Yeah. For what day?
April 26th, please. Actually, one person has a shellfish allergy and another is vegetarian.
And then do we have a preference on seating? Would you like a booth, window table, or enclosed patio outside?
A window table would be perfect, if that's available.
Perfect. So I have the reservation set for Saturday, April 26th.
Just imagine.
I don't necessarily like the AI voice in this case. It sounds very robotic. And if this goes amok and everybody starts using it, maybe there's going to be some sort of, hey, stop calling me. Regardless, the use case is amazing, and calling for you to book a reservation is one of those AI skills that are highly sought after.
The AI makes 100 calls to buy an NVIDIA 5090 chip for you. How convenient is that? Have you thought about AI creating personalized videos for you based on your interests? Say, I want to see how calamansi and pistachio-crusted codfish is cooked in a video. The Super Agent first researches the recipe, then it uses the video generation tool to create video clips for each step. Then, it uses its audio generation tool to generate sound effect for each clip. Here's the final reel.
No way.
How cool is that?
Yo, put the pistachios with the nuts shell on. Put that in your mix master. Bada bim, bada boom.
How cool is that? Anyone can create their own video with.
These are AI generated? Man, that's actually really well done.
Without knowing a single thing about video editing software. How about using Super Agent to create a South Park style episode based on news last week? The AI picked the viral Signalgate controversy. Now, It's fleshing out the complete script. And then it decides to use its video generation tool to produce video clips for each scene. Now, Super Agent uses its text-to-speech models to generate voices. The finished episode runs about 1.5 minutes, so I'll jump ahead to highlight some of my favorite moments.
Did you guys see the news about that defense guy who texted their war plans to some reporter? I think the government wants us to think they're stupid, so our enemies underestimate us. It's called strategic incompetence.
You're being outperformed by a child, a fat child.
GenSpark Super Agent is designed for...
Yeah, you see the level of creativity there. We at the team still don't believe that AI agents are really that good at making content. But I guess if you have the perfect prompt and you train it a little bit, you could actually get to a pretty satisfactory output. So the demo is pretty mid, but it's interesting that it has the video and the voice and the script, and it's using code to put those back to back. Very, very cool.
Everyone, every day. If you're a marketer, find influencers and create engaging outreach campaigns. If you're a math teacher, visualize complex formulas in 3D. If you're a recruiter, compare candidates' LinkedIn profiles to find the perfect hire. If you're a tech enthusiast, turn a 5-hour YouTube interview into concise slides. If you're a designer, create St. Patrick's Day posters from Mercedes-Benz. If you're a music industry analyst, track global streaming patterns and write a report. So why does GenSpark Super Agent work better? The secret is there are 3 key innovations working together: large language models, tool sets, and data sets. They make GenSpark Super Agent fast, reliable, and super steerable. Solving these real-world problems is much harder than we thought, but we are super excited about the progress we have made so far. GenSpark Super Agent is for everyone and everyday tasks. Try genspark.ai today.
I was about to say he's gonna hit us with, did you know that I'm actually AI as well? This video ain't real. It was made by Manus. Whoops. GenSpark. Cool. Very notable use cases here was actually making a presentation and slides and things like that based on your data. Manus AI was actually really good at that as well. And just imagine that you might have one person in your team that is doing this for you on a monthly basis, you know, roundup reports and things like that. Well, look at how beautiful this one is. It even has some sort of GIF video animation on the average daily listening time and gives you some really beautiful graphs. And you could technically or hypothetically create this all in one batch, just one prompt like the analyze global music stream, make 10 slides, and you are off to the races. Pretty good way to impress your boss, right? But the real question is, does it work? Is it fast enough? And how does it compare with Manus? So how you can get access to this is just to go to genspark.ai. And you might be wondering, how free is it? Well, I was able to do one task, and the way that I did that was to go to All Agent, go to the GenSpark Super Agent and click on this task here. I did see some people on Reddit actually just start with the AI chat and they used all their credits, so they weren't even able to use an AI agent. And then when it comes to the price, it's $24.99 per month on the monthly plan, and annually it's around $20 or $240 per year. And we're gonna check out if that is worth it or not for us and for you. So let's take a look at an example that I did a little bit earlier to test it out. So let's go into, is it any good? So the prompt here that I made is a prompt that we have tested inside of Manus as well. You can see these top 5 AI news that we find in the morning. And if you don't know, I have a writer and researcher that grabs me a show doc or gives me a show doc in the morning. So I get 3 really good ideas that are already pre-worked out a little bit. So I can just wake up, film the video, have a good coffee and enjoy my morning here with you guys. And the prompt is research the top 5 AI news today and give me an outline that looks exactly like this for each one. Make sure they are from today's date and do it one at a time. Then give me 5 different documents. So let me show you an example of the output that I actually want. Here is one of those show docs that Mike gave to me in the morning. It has a lot of steps, notes, summary. It even has titles and hooks to make it really easy for me. So this is what I'm looking for times 5. And that's what I hope that GenSpark was able to do. I haven't taken a look at the actual output, just a sneak peek at it, but you can see the rest of the prompt here, just copy and pasting the output that I want to get, right? So what happened was that it started using the parallel search tool. So this seems like their search tool, like searching the internet type tool. And after a lot of back and forth with the coding tool that was in the side and things like that, I wish I could actually show you exactly how it looked like. It was doing something like this, and then it started doing some coding things, and it started going back and forth. It was actually quite fast, and we landed at this output here that has 5 documents. Really good so far. Now, what happens if we view this? And the criteria I'm looking for is first, is it recent? Basically, today's April 4th. And also, is it any good, right? So this is the first document that we got, and I'll actually open this in a full screen view. So here we have no titles. Oh, it's actually just formatted blue. Yet this title is pretty decent. We have the thumb idea as well. That is from the show doc before. Then we have the intro that looks pretty decent as well. And then we get to the steps. This is sometimes where they start to hallucinate and make up links that don't exist. So let's see if that is the case as well. Here they have a real article, and it's actually from April 4th. So they're passing on that test, which is really good. It also seems like a good article that could be worth a read, specifically because it's from the source itself, basically newsroom.ibm.com, and we love to go directly to the source, right? The second link that it found us was this from Guru Focus that also talks about this AI-powered digital enhancement, and also seems like a great and very up-to-date article about this IBM model. Here as well, we have some stock Titan. It's pretty decent as well. This one as well, talking about the exact same thing, and it's very recent, so that might be a good thing as well. Let's see if it actually got some X links. Nope, it didn't. It just found the news links. So these are kind of like searching on Google and taking that, which we found to be okay sources, but they all kind of re-say the same exact things. So we love to find X content as well as Reddit content as well, because that gives us even more viewpoints and opinions that are diverse. So it didn't pass 100%. It's a decent show doc, but I wouldn't be able to do this without X and Reddit. So it's passing, but it's also failing. Let's check out with the second document here. If we view this, did they actually find any juicy content? Well, here they have the summary of, it seems like a Microsoft Patch Tuesday, where they have a bunch of key insights about security. I believe they are really giving me the information at a very user-friendly way. Here they have the different agent names with their functions. They also have the significant improvements in a bullet point form, as well as a timeline implementation, business impact and recommendations. I mean, it looks good, but it's not necessarily what I want, right? I told it to give me an exact bullet point outline that looked like the one that I showed it. Let's take a look at the third document here, where the headline here is actually really awesome. UN warns of widening digital divide, which I've been talking about in a minute. It's getting harder and harder to get rich because of this divide. You find the key findings here, and yeah, it has a nice looking document. It even gives me the reports here, so I can dive deeper into the actual press release from the UN here. And they had this other link to un.org. So it's good at finding information. It's also really good at showing me all this information, but it doesn't necessarily adhere to the prompt that I was giving it. It's more about give me the article and give me summaries and key takeaways instead of actually giving me what I want exactly. But how does it compare with Manus? As you can see, we're inside of Manus right now, and we have the exact same prompt. I did this one 8 days ago, and it took about 7 minutes or so to get the actual result. Again, you could see it working in the side view and browsing, executing commands, creating files, and things like that. And after a lot of thinking and the AI agents going out there and actually doing its thing, it brought back these 5 documents, which is exactly what I'm looking for. But again, is it recent? And also, does it adhere to the prompt that I gave it, right? So here we have a very similar result to what the show doc actually looks like. We have a bright, bold link in the top that gives us that main headline that we can base our story around, as well as a couple of links here. Now, if we click on these, we can see 8 days ago was around March 24. And so if this one is a little bit old, it was around 6 days old at the time that I was actually giving this prompt. So it wasn't recent. However, on the following articles that it gave to me, it was really recent with this GTC 2025 announcement and live updates. This is a really great article that we could get a lot of information from. We could also probably watch this video, take a couple of snippets out of that. Really good. The next link that it gave to me was this post here on X, which is another great find from Manus that we could use in the video as well. The last article it gave to me, again, was another story from March 17 to 20. So it's decently recent and it's able to find the stories, but can it find Reddit links and X links? Here we go. It actually found 3 different posts from X. This one again, here we have a second one as well that is also pretty recent and also pretty high view count, which is great. We also have this one with 34 views. That wasn't necessarily the most helpful there. They also gave me some Reddit posts, so these are 3 of them. Here you can see this one with 0 likes, maybe not the greatest. It also doesn't talk a lot about any of the things. Here as well, we have a hallucinated article, or it might have gotten deleted. And here as well, we have another one from our cartoons that isn't related at all. So it feels quite helpful, yet incomplete. If we check out the second article as well that we got, it was able to find this news, Amazon Alexa Plus, which was a great headline about 8 days ago. Just kidding. This is from February 26. So it found an article that was way more than today's top 5 AI news. Here as well, continuing down on February 27, which is a month earlier than what we actually asked for. So on this one, it fails completely because it's not up to date. It was able to give us a nice summary and the details of that exact headline, but let's take a look if it actually was able to find some Twitter links as well as some Reddit links. So here on the first one, this is hallucinated, this one is hallucinated, and this one is hallucinated. Here as well, we have a not safe for work. The second link as well, just completely unrelated. It's also really weird that the link here says Amazon's Alexa vs other AI assistants. When I actually click on it, we end up on a completely different link, and it's from some weird subreddit as a not safe for work post. You might have a problem, bro. I asked Manus with a follow-up prompt to make sure that they're within March 25 and March 27. And after prompting it that, it gave me new articles. We checked this one, and you can see that this one was completely up to date. The second one as well, North Korea's AI military, completely up to date, and so were the following articles. But what about the links? Are they any good or hallucinated? The X post doesn't exist, Reddit page not found, and not found. So, is this more of a prompting issue? I think yes. I only gave it a really short prompt, and the output of the actual thing that I wanted, it was able to do it, but a couple of things missing, like these links. This is something that we found in every test that we have from ChatGPT search as well when we're trying to automate this show doc, is that the links are actually hallucinated. So by testing them on the exact same prompts, GenSpark and Manus AI performed similarly, but I think there is a skill issue here of being able to prompt correctly. The one notable thing that GenSpark does better than Manus is of course the call for me AI agent. GenSpark is already seen as a strong new player that is injecting competition and innovation into the general purpose AI agent space. One notable thing that I really like about it is its way of providing the data in a very user-friendly way. Yes, it wasn't able to necessarily give me what I wanted based on that prompt, but for the general purpose use case of a single prompt into probably a nice looking document, website, different interactive pages that are able to display different information, whether that's for coaching or you're a teacher or things like that, it can create incredible visuals for you to use and find key information around that, even though sometimes the links might be hallucinated, which is actually more of an overall AI problem. Both Manus and GenSpark uses multiple different tools to accomplish a set task list that it makes for itself, so they're quite similar on that domain. However, let's ask the question, is it worth it? Is it worth it even over ChatGPT? For me, how to judge if this is worth it or not, I would just look at your processes that you're doing on a weekly basis. Basically, your to-do list. Is it able to finish your to-do list better than ChatGPT or human plus AI? If the answer is no, it's not able to produce a show doc that is better than when I use ChatGPT and Mike together, human plus AI combination with a nice process. If it's not able to be better than the current process that we have, then it is a little bit of a waste. Even seeing that these agents are quite a lot slower, allowing you to get the answer within 5 minutes. What if you use 5 minutes inside of ChatGPT instead, and that allows you to get an answer in 30 seconds, and then you can rework that answer with ChatGPT to get the satisfactory result that you're looking for? Then it's going to be a little bit better to use ChatGPT in this instance, because we're all looking for higher quality output at a lower time and effort scale. For me, it hasn't been able to convince me this far. However, I know that there will be one time where I'm going to find a prompt where it's actually a lot more valuable than ChatGPT, like we, for example, saw with the breaking down analytics and turning it into graphs. That could be a better use of both Manus and GenSpark. If that's something you're doing on a daily basis or a weekly basis, you can basically run it, wait 5 minutes, and you know the output is going to look amazingly beautiful. So it all depends on you, your tasks, and your processes. And seeing that GenSpark is $20 a month and Manus being $39 a month, it's not even that bad of a price. Go and test both of them on your exact processes and tasks and see which one you like best to be able to complete the task that you want. And speaking of completing tasks with AI, one of the best ways we've found to do this is to make a process that combines both your input as well as AI input. And if you want to know our process more in detail, you can check out AI Mate in the link in the description. We just launched a new AI tool that is a complete content system that allows you to get data from all of social media, including the last 24 hours and their last posts with views, and then transforming that into content to be produced for all social media platforms with AI and you. It's called Content Mate. You can check it out in the link in the description down below. Thank you so much for joining me here. Every single day I'm posting on the second channel as well as on the main channel. We're doing a couple of videos per week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.